So yeah, if you guys are still listening, I woke up in Las Vegas in some sort of sandy ditch. You'll never believe it. And there was robots. I met my wife Fisto out there, and oh Jesus Christ, another explosion. Jesus, I am never ordering an Uber from this place again. My God. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh God, who the hell are you? Oh God, not this again. Well, here it is, guys. Part 2 to the World War II video. My most popular video on the channel. I wanted to release this celebrating the 1,000 sub milestone, and to say thank you to you guys who really loved that video, and how a lot of the people that are now sub to this channel, I think, came through that video. So yeah, I'm very excited to play this. Plus, I haven't played the Fallout New Vegas DLCs in a long time, either casually or otherwise. So having this opportunity to do it, you know, I felt it was a lot of fun. So simply as, can you beat Fallout New Vegas DLC as a World War II soldier? Now, obviously we take the point right before the Battle of the Dam and head right over back to Doc Mitchell's house to grab the grease gun. Thank you guys for those comments. I went back and I got it, but it's not going to do me too much use because the first DLC we're going to be tackling is Dead Money. The main reason I want to do Dead Money first is because, simply put, the automatic rifle in this game you get from this part, and I wanted to get that to use it for as long as possible throughout the other DLCs. And Dead Money, I think, was the very first one released anyway, so it felt kind of normal to do it in order like that. Now, obviously, we're not going to do Honest Hearts because I've already completed that in the first playthrough. So you guys can go back and check the part 1 of it. And yeah, you can see at the start there, I still haven't found it. It took me ages to find the first automatic rifle, and like, I swear every other time I've ever played this, I find it very quickly, but I think because the fact that I'm looking for it is that's the only reason I cannot find it. I check everywhere around where you get Dean Domino. I jump from roof to roof. I try to get the secret areas just to find it. I mean, Dean eventually goes unconscious. That's how long it took me, but eventually I do find one. And the first thing that I noticed about this is that I'm going to have a lot of kind of ammo problems. I'm going to have very limited ammo for the majority of this playthrough, pretty much. And you'll notice throughout that I very rarely use the weapon, because I need to save it, especially to take out speakers and stuff. And surprise, surprise, I find one and then suddenly I start finding more. It's just like a British bus. Just like a British bus, you know? You find one and then 3 come later. And it's the usual problem. You can see here, I'm using it to take out the speaker. Having Dean with me is really handy because he saves you from the gas. And the goal for this one was to try and save all the characters in the game. I saw the assassin suit. I wanted to see if it fit the World War II character. It did not, so I decided to go straight back to just running around casually in my underwear. Watched Dean just get melted, and then got myself melted in the process. I forgot just how powerful these holograms are, and how honestly, just how kind of annoying this DLC is, especially when you can't really shoot anything. I get this lovely view of Christine through the eyes of Dean. I like how he looks like one of those kind of Japanese emoji cartoon characters, you know? Just, look, he looks very happy, Dean. The happiest he's ever looked, in my opinion. But yeah, I've saved Dean and seen Christine. I'm going to keep Dean anyway and head over to get Dog. And I kind of forgot how to deal with Dog. I realised it later. I know you could play the radios to get Dog to speak. And I forgot that you had to. I thought I could skip the basement part and just start playing the voice of Elijah. But I think you have to let him out first. Then it starts having more power over him. But instead of doing that, I thought I would just get I think it's the God command tape. And I want to keep God in good health. I get back to Fire Elijah and I tell him I'm going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nut in his water fountain. But before I do that, I decided to take Christine up to the switching stations. Yeah, in terms of this DLC, I mentioned it before. A lot of this is just me running around. A lot of it's just running from bit to bit. and just completing the simple task of flip X switch, go and find X thing. I did find a lot of ammo in here though, and I decided to just start wasting a bunch of mine on a turret. I don't think I ever get that confident again with it, with my ammo one more time, because I don't think I ever really fully recover from that. I noticed this very odd conversation. I didn't know they could all speak to each other when they're waiting at the fountain, which I thought was quite cool. And I decided to take Dean off next because I want to save Dog till last. I started watching this quite a cinematic firefight from the holograms. Convinced Dean to stay on the roof. Well, I gotta go quickly again, run and type on the computer. Now he's willing to stay on the roof, and finish it off by going to grab Dog. Well, sorry, God, whatever you call him. And God, there's a lot of ghost trappers in this section, and I think, yeah, I had to use it a couple times because God kept getting knocked down. So I really carefully used my ammo to knock off some limbs. And even then, the quest to get God to stay, you have to kill a couple. So again, very, very careful with my ammo, only hitting them in VATs. And luckily, when the head pops, it doesn't make you waste the rest of the ammo on their health, which is nice. I've got all 3 people back to their stations. I swear, when I played Dead Money for the very first time, first of all, it made me not play any more Fallout New Vegas DLCs when they first came out. I would just wait till the Ultimate Edition. This was the only DLC I bought by itself. And I swear, getting to this point took me hours the first time. But in this run here, I think it only took me an hour to get all 3 people in position. And I don't know if that's just me, playing it enough and understanding fully what to do, but I was surprised at how quick you can get through these DLCs when you know exactly what you got to do. Speed, however, was not my friend in the next section, as I spent a lot of time in this casino just forgetting what to do. Just completely forgetting what to do. I know there's the office keys in that bag. I know that. I know you can get behind the reception stuff just by jumping over. I know there's tons of ammo in this area. Get a few new automatic rifles. But that casino security passcode on the table, I had no idea it was there. But anyway, complaining aside, I decided to use my luck playing in casinos, and look what you'll notice here. With all the chips that you can get before you bankrupt the casino, you can buy, I think, by the end of it, I have 400 stim packs. So if you're wanting to get tons of healing supplies very, very easily, just come to Dead Money and go in the casino and make sure you play. And like I said earlier, I wanted to try and save all the characters, but for some reason I just could not get God. I don't think I had the right skills to be able to get God or Dog to survive this, so I just had to let them the saddest death possible, really, for God, and had to watch him do that and run away pretty quickly. But I wasn't going to let this happen to the other characters. Every time I played this before, I always get Dean turning on me, and I only realized later on is that if you do any of the skill checks with him, for some reason that affects his attitude to you. You have to click all the right speech options that don't require like 45 speech, 45 repair, 45 explosive, nothing like that. You've got to just speak to him and say the correct things, and then only then will Dean, he won't try and attack you at the end of this quest, and he'll actually, you can save him, which is nice. Because I actually really like the character of Dean. I think he's quite a cool character. I'd love to see him come back later. If they ever do a Fallout New Vegas 2, anything like that, I'd love to see him in New Vegas after surviving this. Save for Christina, I think she's quite a cool character as well. I'd love to see something where she goes back and speaks to the Brotherhood, or turns up in a different Brotherhood game, where, I don't know, they save her, she sets off some sort of like rescue signal and it saves her or something. I think that'd be a really cool detail to bring back. But anyway, I'm down here below, heading towards the vault, and I actually find a 9mm pistol. I knew they were in this DLC, but I just hadn't found one up until this point. And like you guys were saying in the comments, the 9mm pistol is all good to use for the World War II, based on the Browning pistol, as I'm sure you've told me many a time. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do with the gold, there's only one option. There is only one option. I gotta get that gold. I gotta take that gold. And as I said, I'm going to bust nut in your water fountain, Father Elijah. And I'm going to show you guys a trick, put on my nice little suit, how to sneak past Father Elijah, no problem. As soon as it gets to that thing, just start walking as quick as you can. You should be able to get through the blue bar. I was able to do this on my first attempt, no problem. And just like that, the Dead Money DLC is finished. As casual as you like. And I'll be honest, it wasn't my favourite. Turning off that, getting out of there, put my nice bit of armour back on, got all my ammo back, and now we can finally start having some fun with the World War II character, because that just felt like a pacifist run with extra steps, didn't it? I think throughout the rest of this playthrough, I only ever sell 3 bars of gold for ammo, and that's about it, to the NCR and to the gunrunners, because you just getting through all that gold isn't possible. It's like, especially with 100 bar, you get about 8,000 caps for 1 bar, so might as well just head straight over to Old World Blues. Don't have to change any of my outfits, don't have to do any of my weapons. I can just run through this DLC as quick as I like. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the main story, head over to the Forbidden Zone and head back. But first I got to go upgrade the sink, and I'm finally getting the chance to use the automatic rifle here. And my god, at first I thought this is quite poor compared to the 45 SMG. I thought that was much stronger. But actually, the more and more you use it, especially with the bigger opponents, the automatic rifle, it burns through people really quick. But as you can see here, I'm doing the stealth mission. And if you guys don't know, the quickest way to complete the stealth mission is to run through it once, fail, kill all the robots, and then restart. And at that point, there's just no robots, so you can just walk over and get the document every time. This is my first time using the 9mm submachine gun properly in this playthrough, and god, this would have made the start of this playthrough much easier if I'd had this. Wouldn't have had to complete all of Honest Hearts at level 2. But no matter that, we'll just move on and take out the Robo Scorpions, which I always remember them being much tougher. But then again, I'm coming into this DLC this time a lot more prepared than I think I did in my first playthrough of it. I think I came in at level 15 and I think I'm level 24 at this point, and I don't exactly have weak weaponry anymore. I mean, the 45 submachine gun, I mean, you can win the game with a 10mm pistol. 45 submachine gun just melts people. And for some reason in my brain, I forgot of this part. How they make the Robo Brain. I just completely forgot about that up until now. And it was quite surreal replaying it for this time because, yeah, I did not know that's how they were made. I'm sure that's not how they're always made. I'm over here at the X8 test terminal now, or the test site, to, what is it, you get the school reports. I always remember Old World Blues being my favourite DLC. And I think that was because I always played with the intention of upgrading everything at the sink, doing all the side quests, doing all the quests for the doctors. Only doing the main story, I'll be honest, isn't as interesting as I used to think it was. So that's why I think the other DLCs, I think Dead Money has better story. I always thought this one had the best characters. But as I'm playing it this time, I'm realizing, yeah, if you just play the playthrough, just the story, it's actually not got that much meat to it. So yeah, I'd recommend for anyone else's casual playthroughs, just enjoy the DLC in its full. Don't rush it like I am, and just running through as quick as I can and trying to blow up everything as quick as I can, because these DLCs are meant to be explored, not just ran through. So yeah, I'm over to the Forbidden Zone now. I mean, really fast. I mean, there's only about 5 minutes in this video that's went past, and I think in real life I'd only been playing for about 50 minutes. That's how kind of quick you can do it without doing all the Gabe stuff and all the doctor stuff. And in my head I thought this will be my first kind of big boss, because you don't really get a big boss in Dead Money except for Elijah, but you can sneak past him. But the huge Robo Scorpion, I thought this will be my very first boss character, other than like the Legate for this guy. And as you can see on screen, the bar, it does unbelievable damage on huge health pools. And I don't know, in my head, that was a lot harder before, but maybe that just shows how strong the automatic rifle was. And once I got to Dr. Mobius, I couldn't bring myself to kill him. I always loved the Dr. Mobius character. The idea of, like, he's just a recording. He has no idea what's going on outside of his lab. And I decided that the best way to end this is to take out all of these doctors. Because these guys are actually the biggest assholes when you play through it and listen to everyone and the actual story to this DLC. These guys are like the worst. These are the guys that made the Cazadors and released them into Vegas. These are the people that created like the Night Stalkers. Like Dr. Mobius actually isn't that bad. These guys are bad. And very, very easy to take down. Again, as a final boss, not as strong as I was hoping for, and I'm able to take them all out with the grease gun, which, again, for everyone that left that comment, I hope you're proud. I hope you enjoy seeing that. And like I said, that's the second DLC already finished. The only one that's left is Lonesome Road. Now this playthrough, I think, has potentially changed my mind on Lonesome Road. I always thought it was amazing, but I always thought Old World Blues was better. I think now, just playing, you know, the main story, and Lonesome Road more or less doesn't really have that much side quests. Lonesome Road is the best of the three now. Well, the best of the four, sorry. Best of the four DLCs, in my opinion. Just purely based on it as a main story quest. First of all, it's got, you know, length. It's got fantastic stories, fantastic characters. And it's got really good opponents to fight, and it's got really good loot to use and new stuff to find. And to me, yeah, this run has now changed my mind. Lonesome Road is the best of the four DLCs. It is here though where I finally feel like I'm able to upgrade my armor, my apparel for this playthrough. I'm finally using, I think it's the US General Army outfit, and I feel like it's very fitting for this character. So yes, finally I've been able to upgrade my armor at this point, and I must admit I really do like the look. And I feel like at this point, let's just say in this story, I have beaten the Legate, I've got through Dead Money, I've beaten Old World Blues. I feel like I am at least general. I am at least general of this army now. And yeah, it was, I don't think it's too much of an upgrade in terms of damage resistance, damage threshold, whatever they call it, but it was nice having a different look, because I quite liked playing a lot of this DLC in third person, because I love the bar. I loved looking at the bar, and I loved watching the characters shoot the bar. I also really enjoy the quite strange named characters in this, like the Blister and all that stuff. The kind of mini bosses that you get to fight throughout. It really, really builds an interesting story to this. And when you're going through Lonesome Road and you learn all the stories of like the NCR and the Legion soldiers that became the Marked Men, again, there's not too many forced side quests. There's not many side quests at all, but you can find a lot of interesting story, and you can really build the world just as you play through it. And even if you don't, there's still the fantastic story of Elijah. The tunnelers are not a problem, as again, this isn't a challenge at this point. This is me just finishing the game, and I come up to Beast, which I always remember my first time playing this, getting killed a few times by him, and again, just run through him with the Thompson. And we get to the hardest part of this DLC, getting through the Deathclaw Highway. And although I don't show all the deaths here, I do die quite a few times to this one in the caravan. Now, obviously, the caravan, you don't have to jump in. That sort of triggers the spawn. But come on. There's so much ammo in there, you might as well. I feel like I had the weaponry fit to kill them. And I'm up to my battle with Bonesaw, who was, I think, out of all of the named NPCs, he was the hardest. He took the most damage by far. It was quite surprising how much it took to take him down, and I kept quite getting stunned by his chainsaw, which, God, I really want to use a chainsaw for one of these playthroughs. If anyone's got a good idea for a chainsaw playthrough, please let me know. Me setting off this nuke though, a quick reminder to let you guys to please subscribe to the video and like if you guys are enjoying. Now, the dreaded elevator. When I played this the first time, I remember dying here a lot. But as time goes on, I guess, and I found I mean, look how much ammo I've got for 9mm at this point. I don't think I physically could run out of ammo at this point unless I just started shooting it into a wall. But I get past the elevator scene, no problem, get through the burned building and move on to the next spot, which is, again, another kind of Deathclaw infested area. But I'm going to quickly take out these tunnelers first. Getting over to the Hopeville, I mean, this is the part where we've, I get to see quite an interesting stand from the marked men. And I start to get my legs blown apart. And no matter what, I'm still moving on, no issues. I don't think I die up at this point from the last Deathclaw point. I mean, even a Tunneler Queen, she didn't even turn red before she was dead. And sadly enough, Eddie betrays me. Betrayed me. No, betrays me. And I have to move on for this part completely alone. Another huge Deathclaw part, and I just had to leave in that part there. Full health, just one swipe and dead. I am not looking forward to the fight with Roar. Speaking of Roar, I come to his cave now, and although I cut out most of them, I did finally figure out that if you set him on fire, he is kind of unable to fight back. Don't take this one gameplay as the only attempt I took. I think I maybe took 15 attempts of trying to kill him before he hit me. No matter how many chems or anything like that I used, no matter what, he would one swipe dead. He is by far the strongest Deathclaw in the game. But if you hit him with fire, you're supposed to get hit him with a flare gun, and that will stun him into the corner and kind of cower. But if you hit him with an incendiary grenade, which, you know, I think grenades are fine for this playthrough, with the whole like kind of frag stuff, he's not a problem to take out. So if anyone didn't know that, please leave a comment down below saying you didn't know Roar was scared of fire. I reach the Ravengers outside Ulysses' temple and I make quick work of them. I enter his temple, get reunited with Eddie, I don't put any blame on him, and then I finally enter the final battle. Now this is a final battle that I feel like is very, very good. And unfortunately you're named after Ulysses S. Grant, who is the Confederate general, so I felt like the appropriate end to this is a 1v1 battle between me and Ulysses. Now I feel like I waste a lot of time trying to take out his iBots. I feel like you don't really have to take out the repair one, don't think it's that important, but his medical one is a must, as it will heal him non-stop. And I'm even able to take him out as he's fully stealth boyed up, and as I take him out, it's the moment is ruined as I get super slammed by a Ravager. As I said with Mr. House, I feel that the only real way to do this and to end this DLC is by dropping a missile on both the NCR and the Legion, ending Lonesome Road. But not before I get some cool action shots. You know, as I leave, I might as well, as the nuke's shooting and as the nuke's blowing up, I might as well blow up some nukes on myself, get them all down, and start making my superhero run out at the end. I mean, look at it. This is like something out of an action movie, this. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And you can see I do my nice little sprint, put my gun away, ending the Lonesome Road DLC, proving that yes, you can indeed defeat all of the DLCs as a World War II soldier. I put on the dusters from Ulysses and I decided that because the DLCs didn't feel too challenging as a character, I want to end off this playthrough by taking out both the kind of big bosses you get from nuking the NCR and Legion, and also one big final boss that is the hardest boss in the game. I'm sure most of you can guess who it is. Colonel Royez is actually pretty difficult to take down. His armor is unbelievable, and I'd kind of forgotten how cool his armor is. I think my next casual playthrough, I want to try and get that as early as possible because I love the bear on the shoulder. Anyway, I've got to head over to Dry Wells, which means I've got to head to Cottonwood Cove, which I never cleared out in this playthrough, so I decided to wipe out Cottonwood Cove first and head straight over to Dry Wells. I actually had a lot more trouble here. This was quite a hard fight. The legionary soldiers come up with stealth boys and they're actually quite difficult to put down. I think I died here twice, not by Gaius Magnus. I think I took him out the first time I got to him, but I got taken out a few times by kind of stealth machete soldiers, which I was surprised at, yeah. But anyway, Gaius Magnus go down, and I take my final boss to end this playthrough, showing that you can do everything in Fallout New Vegas the World War II soldier. And I'm sure as you guys know, it's a legendary bloatfly from Old World Blues. I mean, I feel like I had to end something from Old World Blues, you know? Something challenging, and yeah, I really forgot. I mean, that's a one-shot to the head. A one-shot to the head from the legendary bloatfly. So I found that the best tactic was to get closer and to hide behind this rock and just pop out and casually shoot at him and hope he doesn't hit a direct headshot, because I think that every time I died, I seemed to be at full health. But yeah, hiding behind this rock, getting clipped a few times, and eventually, yeah, I do take out the bloatfly. And yeah, that's the playthrough ended. If you guys really enjoyed this, please let me know. If you want me to do this in Fallout 4 or Fallout 3, I would be happy to do so. Please leave a comment down below saying that you'd like to see more of the World War II soldier. And other than that, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and wait for the next video, as I have many more in the pipeline to get edited and recorded, and I am so happy bringing you guys this content. And I just want to say this one more time: thank you guys so much for the 1,000 subs and all the comments and support. Without you guys, I mean, the motivation that you guys have given me to do this has just been so, I don't know how else to say it, but thank you guys, and I will see you in the next playthrough.